God is a God of second chances, as we've heard for most of our lives. But I believe this to be true, that God is chances. He is amazing. He's phenomenal. He's beautiful. He's wholesome. He's sweet. He's holy. He's divine. Such infinite wonder and splendor sometimes get human into a place where it is unbelievable to know that such amazing goodness exists. He loves us so much. We hearing about his conditional love is not even a inkling, a drop of how awesome he is. Our comprehension is not even broad enough to understand and comprehend his love for us, or else we wouldn't take him for granted. We wouldn't do the things that we do that is contrary to who he created us to be. He created us in his likeness and in his image. He created us in his love. He created us in his peace. It was a delight for him to create us. It was a joy. It was awesome. And we were awesome in his sight when he created us. His love for us is endless. It's beyond infinite. It's beyond eternity. Because his love for us is himself. God loves us so much. He wants only what is good for us. Even when he's chastising us and teaching us and correcting us, his love is what's doing it. I always hear mothers said, if I don't love you, I would not correct you. And if I love you and don't correct you, what kind of love is that? It is not God's desire for any human being to live their life in misery, in pain, in agony, starvation of self-worth, losing of morality and ethics and, integrity. When God created us, he said we were good, we were great. And for some strange reason, we have allowed the enemy to come and strip our identity out of us and leave us with confusion. Confusion of who we are, who we should be. To the point where we don't even know who we are. So many humans have to go to doctors and psychiatrists to figure out how they can live their life. When God told us that He himself give us power and authority and dominion over the earth and everything that exists here. And we take that and throw it under the rug like it's nothing. We have the ability and the capacity to heal each other. To speak that word into the atmosphere and see life happens. Sometimes people said, I want to get pregnant, I want to have a baby. And before you know it, 9 months later, they're giving birth. That's the power that we have as human to make things happen and to make change happen. And so often at times we lose sight of the power that lives within us. So we go all over the world and search near and far just to find some sense of stability, some sense of needing, of being wanted. Some people marry people just because they want to feel accepted, because they want to have someone in their life accepting them for who they are, even when they don't know who they are. So many people blame everyone in the world for the chaos in the world instead of looking at themselves, knowing that they contribute to that chaos. Because when they turn against God and they don't pray for anyone, the chaos keep on going. When we heard about the mustard seed is one little baby seed. But when you plant that mustard seed, just one, it generates thousands and thousands of seeds that if you count it, it maybe end up from one tree, maybe millions of seeds. Just imagine if you pray for one soul. That prayer that you pray for one soul can change that person's whole generation. That is and that is to come after them. It is time for humans to wake up. I don't have to tell anyone that God is going to come for this world, and the good is going to go to heaven, and the ones that don't listen and don't do what is right is going to go to hell. There's always two choices in life. There is negative and positive, good and evil, life or death. There's always an opposite to something. There is God and there is the devil. There's no question about it. People may try to go around, beat around the bush, say this and say that, and they may try to complicate it, try to fix it up, try to tell you this and tell you that. But it is what it is. It's either you are on God's side or you're on the devil's side. People don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. God said in his word, it's not by might nor by power, but it is by his spirit. We're all spiritual beings living in this flesh. So he said that the flesh cannot understand the spirit things. It's kind of ironic that we have a spirit in us, and our spirit wants to come alive in us and wants to, illuminate us and want us to know our true essence and who we are. And so many times we stifle that spirit and we starve our spirit and we rationalize everything and do all of this stuff. And before you know it, our mind is so twisted, we don't even want to believe who we are. And don't want to accept the real meaning of why we were created. We weren't created to live a selfish life. We were created for each other, to love each other, to take care of each other, to be here for each other. That's why this saying, together we stand, divided we fall. It is phenomenal because it's reality. Hate had creeped into people's heart when it comes to race and ethnic backgrounds and all of this